Hello, and welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's #1 mother-son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, here once again, not with my mother, but with my good friend, Mike Cellucci.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy to be here.
We are here. First time on the pod for Mike. We just got back. We're recording this the night of Sunday, November 16th. We just got back in person from seeing the Celtics beat the Los Angeles Clippers. And yeah, let's get into it. You've actually been on you were on the hidden episode.
I was on the hidden episode.
The hidden episode
Yes.
After the Celtics won the championship that never got posted because there were people were a little too excited that the Celtics won, and there were some inappropriate things said. But that being said, we're back. There might be, again, maybe this is a little after dark.
Be another hidden.
There's a little after dark here. We have some drinks here. We got some whiskey. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what is this, Mike? What?
I'll just start by saying, I don't know if the general population could handle the hidden podcast.
No, they couldn't. That's why it's hidden. That's why it's hidden.
It's pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Might shake up the fan base.
Exactly. That's why we're here. That's
also-
good. We could
do
use
need that. We do need that.
You know what? We don't have too many viewers if you're out there listening, and we could use a little shake up.
It's something. It's
in
in the 30s,
viewership.
though, right?
Yeah, you got a
It's
little
in the
closer.
30s, though, right?
Yeah, it depends on the episode, but yeah, we got a little whiskey here. We're a little after dark this week. It's early in the season too.
Early in the season.
I mean, playoffs will give a little better analysis, but when we're still in November and the Celtics are just starting, we're gonna shake it up. We're gonna give you some good entertainment that might not always be.
I firmly believe that if Missoula saw this podcast, he would, he'd be happily shaken in the boots.
He might. Yeah,
I really do think
we do
that.
think he listens. He does. Sometimes we talk, and he seems to listen to our advice, but we'll see. But we did just get back. We'll talk some Celtics here first before we get too off the rails.
I'd quickly like to give a shout out to the people who paved the way, the people who've contributed to this podcast.
Yeah.
Not you or your mother, your great mother, Karen Olin.
Yeah.
Great podcast. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Mr. Joey Scott
Oh.
and to Mr. Matt Andujo.
Okay, both been on the pod.
Great additions to the podcast, but I'd like to just quickly give a shout out to Matt Andujo specifically. Okay. Because, this past week he got kicked out of an Arizona State
Dang.
football game.
He's getting put on blast quickly in this one.
No. I don't want it to be misconstrued, all right? I want to give a healthy shout out to Mr. Matt Andujo, who, just time and time again shows his commitment to his
fan.
team.
Yeah.
Big Lakers fan.
Exactly.
We don't really love that, but
We don't love that.
but we love Matt.
Still.
We love Matt, and I'm just very happy for him.
That's good.
With the recent win of the Dodgers.
Yeah.
We need to give a shout out when a shout out is due, and
What about Joe? You got to get Joe. Give Joe.
Mr. Joe Scott, don't
let's
get
get
me
it.
started.
Joe will be on. I'm sure after this he's going to be on quickly to
Yeah.
defend himself. But
I did hear recently that he's not the biggest fan of Peyton Pritchard. I can't say I agree with that.
28 points tonight.
Maybe
28 points tonight.
Yeah,
I think he had 12 in the first quarter.
he was balling. He was one of the only people.
33 or no? How many points total? Was it 28? No, 30 total.
No,
30
he
total. He had 30 ball.
He had 30.
Yep.
Good player, really, really consistent player. I did have the pleasure of meeting Peyton Pritchard in the Seaport one day in Boston. I was on my work break. It was a big moment for me personally.
Joe is doing.
Yeah, good,
right
good,
now.
good.
Listening to
Joe.
this.
Well, this is to whoever's listening, I guess. But Peyton Pritchard, 6'1" on paper. When I'm sitting next to him, about 6'5".
No, you think?
Big dude.
You think he's that big?
I really
No
do
way.
think they pad the height.
Sometimes they do, but 6'5" seems
Yeah.
crazy. I don't
Maybe,
know.
maybe,
You're right. I don't know.
maybe. I don't know.
Well, let's get into the game.
Yep.
We were there tonight. Celtics beat the Clippers 121-118. It was, seemed like we were going to blow them out at one point. They really came back towards the end. Harden couldn't miss at the end, but good win for the Celtics. The Clippers, I thought they were going to be good this year. Me and my mom, preseason predictions, I think we both had them in the top 4 in the West. They're now 4-9. And I got to say, after this game, I'm wrong. I don't think they're going to be that good. Kawhi's out already. what you'd expect. And other than Harden, I don't. And Zubac's pretty good, but I wasn't really convinced by the rest of their guys. John Collins, who they traded for, I thought he was pretty mediocre. I thought he'd be better. Derek Jones, athletic. They just don't have a ton of guys. Brook Lopez.
He's no Robin. I'd like to add something real quick, and I think where if you can look at both of these franchises, right, and make a judgment call maybe on what you see with potential, right. Only thing I want to add here is Jason Tatum, not playing, as you said, Jake. Jason Tatum. We've seen him at almost every game, haven't we?
Yeah, I love that. That's actually one of the best things you can say about Jason Tatum this season is he's at almost every game. And I really like that. I mean, most stars after a surgery are not at all the games, and he's at almost every game.
No. He's a family man.
Yeah.
He's got Deuce. Deuce probably saw the game. Maybe we're not seeing him on camera as much. But what I'd like to point out in contrast is, where was Kawhi Leonard?
Of course.
Where was Kawhi Leonard?
This is a great point.
Yes.
He's never there.
No.
Who knows?
No.
And this is a great point to the benefit of Jason Tatum because he's there.
He's there.
And a guy like Kawhi who's never playing and never at the games, you just don't have that sense of he's your franchise guy. He's the face. Jason Tatum says, I'm not playing this whole season. I'm still the face.
Correct.
And I think that's a great point.
I think it speaks to a lot of the spirit of an organization.
Correct. I couldn't agree with you more.
We had the pleasure where we were sitting at the game today. We were live at the game. All right. We looked back. Brad Stevens at the game,
right behind us,
very much in tune with the game. You could tell Brad Stevens he has a hunger.
Yeah,
he's
I hate
looking
to disagree with you. He was watching a football game. He was watching a football game on the TV. I watched him. He was locked into the Bills game midway through the game. Unfortunately,
but hey, he was there.
He was
there, wasn't
he? Who wasn't? Kawhi Leonard.
He's the man who showed up.
Yes, I'm with you. And Kawhi Leonard not there. And the Clippers just were not impressive, got to say. Even, towards the end when Harden was just hitting the threes and trying to will them back, you never really felt like they were going to come back and win the game.
Let's get into it here, all right?
Nervous. Yeah.
Is Harden a one-trick pony?
What? No. What do you mean by that? Does he fold under pressure sometimes? Obviously.
Correct.
Yes, we've seen that in the playoffs, but actually, here's the issue I have with Harden. I thought last year, especially, I was at the Clippers game at home last year as well, and I thought he was fun in running the floor and being kind of a point guard, distributing to other people. Tonight, I thought he was kind of lazy, flopping, ball in his hands too much. Just the old every complaint we have about James Harden that people have been saying forever, I thought he was tonight. Versus again, I was at the same game last year, and I thought he was kind of he felt like he wanted to kind of prove something and prove the naysayers wrong. I did not feel like that was the case, and maybe that's just getting a little complacent where he is. And maybe that's why this team's 4-9 because. Not a good start for the season for them compared to we can complain about the Celtics all we want, but they're 7-7, they're 500. This team is not, and this is a team that I think had much higher expectations than the Celtics did coming into the season.
I would agree with that completely. I think the mother-son podcast of Shamrock Talk of Jake Olin and Karen Olin, Harden might be a hard subject, because he's an ASU guy.
He is an ASU guy.
He's a Sun Devil,
Always a Sun Devil.
We do have some unrecognized bias here.
That's fair.
With the origins of James Harden.
That's 100% true.
I think James Harden, offensively, he's one of the best offensive players in the last 10, 15 years?
In history.
History, we think?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
No, there's no question he's one of the best offensive players in the history of the game. Does he have questions about one, defense, and two, his motivation? 100%.
His motivation is a little different.
Of course.
I think I was alluding to the fact that when I said one-trick pony, is James Harden just a offensive weapon, and we leave it as such, because towards the end of this game we truly saw the offensive power of James Harden. Truly an offensively capable to say the least player,
I agreed, and that's why I think it was. That's the point I made earlier. Is why it's so frustrating. Is because I feel like last year he was more of a point guard plus. He's not
plus size.
No, plus scoring. He was a point guard where he was a pass first guy, and he was looking to get other guys, the Zubac pick and roll, just getting other guys involved, and he seemed like he was a complementary player to those around him.
I see.
As to this game, where it seemed like it was the old Harden, where it's like he has to score, he has to have the ball in isolation. That's the only way they're going to score, and unfortunately, he's a little older, and he's not the same guy he was in Houston like 5 years ago, where he could win games like that. He can't. They're not going to win a lot of games if that's his role. They're just
correct.
They're going to be a bad team if that's his role. And so that's the problem. I think. He doesn't seem like a guy who believes in this team and is trying to get a greater goal. He seems like a guy who's like, well, I have to kind of run this team, and that's not a successful.
It just might not be his mindset right now, right?
I don't know. Again,
maybe
Again, Kawhi goes out early, as he always does, but that's the problem. As he always does, like you can't rely on Kawhi. And I guess that's the thing. We're putting the microscope on Harden, but it's like he probably went into the season expecting Kawhi to be there, and like always, Kawhi 10 games into the season is MIA, correct. And we don't know when he's coming back, correct. And that's it. I mean, this is a team that needs Kawhi Leonard, and he's not there, and you can't rely on him to be there. So
who are you relying on?
Well, that's
all right.
it.
So let's jump in then to the nitty gritty of the game. All right.
Yeah.
We had Collins. How was
John Collins? Yeah.
How were his stats tonight? He was looking pretty
had
good. He seemed one of the more consistent players on the team.
I texted my mom.
Yeah.
Though he was 8 for 13, 17 points.
8 for 13.
Yeah.
It's pretty good a percentage.
He's okay.
From the field?
8 for 13 from the field. Yeah.
From the field.
Yeah.
Percentage.
1 for 4 from 3, 17 points total.
Yeah.
But he's a guy, they traded Norman Powell for him. And let's see what Norman Powell... And part of the reason they traded Norman Powell for him was because Norman Powell was going to be a free agent, and they didn't want to sign him to a bigger deal, which is fine. They didn't want a big deal for Norman Powell, who's never really proven before last season. But he was averaging, let's see. I'll look up his stats last year.
Yeah, let's see.
Norman Powell in 24-25 for the Clippers averaged 24-25. He was at 21.8 points a game. Okay. John Collins 17 tonight. That's a minus. That's less than you had from the guy you traded for him. And I texted my mom actually. Shout out mom. During the game. That he's just a guy that seems like he should be better than he is. He's big. I said to mom, he should be a Jaylen Brown like player. He can hit the shots in the mid range. He's tough. He's big, and he just kind of blends in. He's not a guy you fear ever in the game.
He's not a standout.
No, exactly.
But what's his age? Age check.
Age check. That's another good question. Let's see how old John Collins is.
One of the bigger things you have to take into consideration when comparing someone like Collins to Jaylen Brown.
And
is how much are you spending?
But
how much cap space are you taking up on this
is a great point, but I already have a counter for you. He's 28.
He's 28.
He's 20. He's our age. He's
about 27?
No, he's born 1997. Jaylen Brown's 29. He's a year older than us.
Right.
So about the same age.
How much are they paying for Collins versus Brown?
Correct, but
how much bang for your buck you get?
No, agreed. But my point would be if you're the Clippers, who are your star players? Harden.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Zubac.
Older. You're trying to win now. Your goal is to win now. So it's great to say John Collins can help you in the future.
Yeah.
But you're trying to win now.
But are you?
Yes, 100%.
But are you?
Yes. The Clippers were very good last year.
We have two aged-out superstars.
The Clippers, who did they lose to last year? The Nuggets in Game 7.
Okay.
The Nuggets lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7. They were right there. They were right there with the Nuggets. If they win that Game 7, then they go to the OKC.
They go on.
They were right there. Yeah. And so far this season, they just, as I said, they're an older team. They look older.
Who's stopping Holmgren at the rim, though, you know?
Zubac. I mean, Zubac's very good.
You think he's stopping?
Yeah.
Think he's stopping Holmgren?
Oh, but will they stop OKC in general?
Shout out Sun Devils. You think he's starting Dort? Dort's locking his shit down.
No, they're not beating the Thunder. I mean,
never.
You don't have to argue me with this because the Thunder are probably the best team in the league.
Very good. Very good.
The Thunder.
As a test.
Yeah. But I'm with you. But that you're right, because that's who you're. If you're trying to win now, that's who you're measuring yourself against.
I think what I'm judging them on is based off of like who you putting your chips on. All right.
Agreed.
You putting your chips on some veterans. Harden at this point in time. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no,
one of the best offensive players of all time.
But he's never shown it in the playoffs.
Well, he's never been a leader, right?
No. But then you have Kawhi, but he can't show up.
Has Kawhi been a leader?
Well, yeah, he's won 2 championships.
Has he been a leader?
On the Raptors,
star player versus leader, very
Raptors,
different.
He was the leader of that team. You think you can say you want to talk motivation, like emotional leader. Maybe
he went with Van Vliet, right?
Guy. Yeah,
he went with Van Vliet.
But here's
I would go as far as to say Van Vliet was the leader.
That's yeah. If you want to talk about locker room
facilitator,
if you want to talk locker room motivational guy, sure. But here's what I'll say about Kawhi to defend Kawhi. His teammates seem to love him. No one talks shit about Kawhi.
Of course not.
They seem to love him. And it seems legitimately he just has injury issues, and he's just injured for real. It's not a Ben Simmons where he's like injured,
that's fair,
quote unquote, and like doesn't want to play. It seems like he's a guy who's genuinely just has all these injuries and can't sustain himself for a season. Which, again, no excuse if you're trying to win a championship because you need him there. Like there's...
Well, you need him there.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And so,
Kawhi is still like, we all know the talent that he possesses.
Yeah, it's every time. But that's the thing. He never, if he's in the game, he never is a zero. He always shows up. If he plays, he just sometimes can't play. A lot, most of the time, can't play.
I mean, we all know the root cause of this, right? If there's controversy with him, right? With Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has never come across as a player who's wanted to play basketball. He's incredibly talented.
But no, I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
I actually don't. Yeah, I would push back against that.
I don't know.
He's a guy, I think he genuinely just gets hurt a lot.
You think so?
Anytime he's out there, he's good. He never half-asses it when he's out there. He's always good when he's out there. I think he genuinely has real injury problems with his knees and just can't play. I think anytime he's out there, he's good. You never see him out there and he's not like really busting people's asses.
Yeah.
When he's when you see players out there that are like dogging it and not.
That's fair.
No, he's never.
I think you know more.
He's an assassin when he's out there. He just can't play like most of the time. But that's the flat out reality. Is if he can't play, it doesn't matter because he can't play.
All right.
He doesn't play most of the year, every season. So that's great that he's great when he's out there. But if he's not out there, it doesn't matter, which is all the time.
Yeah. I think you know more. I think I look at Kawhi as, not exactly a Jokic who's, when you ask him about the offseason. Yeah, but then you're asking Jokic about the offseason. He's off. He's gambling on his horses. That's what matters to him,
Yeah, but then he goes out there and he's the best player in the league. So
I agree.
That's fine. Yeah. It's the same with
I agree.
Kawhi.
I kind of see Kawhi as
he's out there.
He's an assassin.
He's that guy. Like there's no disappearing act with him. There's some guys where they come in and you're like, man, he was invisible tonight. That's never Kawhi. Kawhi's always on point.
He's visible. Yeah. He's playing a large role.
When he's out there, he's out there.
Yeah. I look at Kawhi and I think of a young Aaron Sachs.
Shout out Aaron Sachs.
Shout out Aaron Sachs. I think, I look back, Aaron Sachs had the vacuum hands. He could grab the rebounds left and right. It's kind of a Kawhi role. Got the vacuum hands.
Yeah, the big hands.
The big hands, just grabbing them off the board.
Hugo Gonzalez, but
no, Hugo Gonzalez got some mittens on him.
The biggest hands in the combine besides Taco Fall.
He's gonna be in the shack over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
No, it's him and Taco Fall.
Wait, Shaq's out the picture?
Well, I don't think he was at the combine, to be fair. A lot of the top guys don't go to the combine. But
Correct.
If you're talking who on record has the biggest hands ever measured at the combine, it's 1 Taco Fall, 2 Hugo Gonzalez.
Insane.
That's insane. Both do Celtics. Hey, Brad loves the hand size, apparently.
Brad loves the hands. I do believe in
And
Brad.
the Bills versus Buccaneers, which he was watching today. Instead of the Celtics, I saw it. He was locked into the TV, not the Celtics game. He was watching football, not the Celtics today. I'll tell you that much. But let's get to the Celtics.
Yeah.
Starting today.
Let's get back in there.
Second start, Jordan Walsh. Opinions on Jordan Walsh?
I mean, Walsh Walsh is getting his opportunity right now.
Yeah.
Because this is the first season he's seen some real time.
Yeah.
He's hit some big shots. He's made some big plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's, I don't know if Jordan Walsh is the future of the Celtics per se, but I think he's filling his role right now.
Yeah.
He has potential. I think Jordan Walsh has a bright future in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Walsh is athletic. His skill set's not fully developed yet, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for him if he capitalizes and he really goes hard.
100%. My thing with Walsh, I've talked a lot of crap, like maybe 3 weeks ago on this podcast about Jordan Walsh. He was not playing. He was buried on the depth chart, DMPs in all the games to start the season, and I was like, well, if you're not getting minutes on this team, you're in trouble because this is the year. This is the year to show that you can play because we got all our guys are out. Everyone else was getting minutes. Gonzalez is getting minutes. Chris Boucher's getting minutes. Garza's everyone's getting minutes. If you're not getting minutes, and then he got minutes. And now he's starting, and now he's been very good. And everything I said to start the season, where I said he was donezo, I take back because I actually think he's been very good defensively. Let's look at this to start the game. Tip off. Who is Jordan Walsh guarding? James Harden.
He's on James Harden.
He's on James Harden to start the game.
They trust him.
Correct. He's a good defender. Who did he guard in the Sixers game earlier this week? Tyrese Maxey. The whole time he's in there, he's on Maxey. He locks down Maxey. And the reality is he is a very good and long defender. And there's just one giant problem in his game. He can't knock down the three. And that's what it comes out. And on the Celtics, Joe Mazzulla offense, they want you to hit the three. And if you can't hit the three, there's going to be a problem. And he'll hit some. He hits okay, but he's not where they want him to be. And that's just, I think that's the frustration that they have is he should be playing for this team and everything else. And when you're just playing in the modern NBA, that's just how it is. They play 5 out. They want you to, if they don't have to guard you in the corner, that's a problem. They need a guy that has to be guarded in the corner to spread out the defense. If they can leave you alone and you're clanking 3 after 3, in the future of this team, that's not. I mean, and maybe he's a good enough defender that he can get minutes elsewhere and figure that out. But in the modern NBA, that's the game. You can't just be a Tony Allen in today's NBA where you're only a defensive guy and you can't hit the three. Like they just need, like. If you're a defensive guy who can also hit the three, you're a $100 million guy. Yeah. Like, that's how it is. If you can't hit the three, you just become so much less valuable. And maybe he'll get there. Maybe he won't. But right now, I've loved what I've seen otherwise from him. He plays hard defense. He can run the floor. He's athletic. He's long. And everything else he does so well. It's like that's going to just be the key to his game is can you get him in practice every day and just be like, shoot 1,000 threes. Well, just hit the three. Just every day, that's what you need.
Well, I think we can all agree that, shooting threes, making threes, in the NBA, with pressure on you, I think 3 points, shooting a three-pointer, successfully being a good three-point shooter in the NBA, it's a maturity thing, too.
Possibly.
Jordan Walsh hasn't been in the league for long enough to really be...
This is what, his third year?
This is his third year.
Yeah.
This is the first year he's getting minutes.
Correct, yeah.
I think more exposure.
But you don't think they've been working on him?
I mean, I don't know. I've seen Jordan Walsh take the three.
He'll hit it every once in a while.
Based on not looking at the data, not looking at the statistics, all right? Looking at Jordan Walsh as a player, my gut is telling me that Jordan Walsh, may not have the exposure he's needed yet to unlock his three-point presence.
I agree.
He might just need more opportunity. I think Jordan Walsh may indeed be a good three-point shooter when he gets the opportunity to make the mistakes. Right now, Jordan Walsh is still fighting for his time.
Yeah.
He's out on the court. He's trying to prove himself,
100%.
keep himself on the court. Maybe the 3 points just not where he's had an opportunity to capitalize and show his true strengths. I think eventually Jordan Walsh will get into a rhythm once he proves himself. Maybe he will be a three-point shooter. We saw, maybe this is a terrible example, but I'm going to go for it, all right? We saw Rajon Rondo even at some point in time turn into a semi-shooter.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was an elite 3-point shooter.
He was never an elite 3-point shooter. I'm just saying you can see the trajectory of certain players' skills excel.
That was an NBA where the 3-pointer wasn't as important.
No, not as important.
Today's NBA,
not as important.
I mean, the Celtics 2 years in a row broke the record of most 3-pointers for a team. Like that's the modern NBA. When you're being successful, that's how you play.
That's also why we're not seeing the same success.
Correct.
We're not hitting the three the same way.
Agree, but if you're Jordan Walsh, you say, what do you need?
What do you need from me?
Well, correct. Because as I said, defensively, great.
Sure.
Great defensively as he's played.
Yes.
Can he run the floor on a fast break and get a nice dunk, nice finish at the rim? Yes.
Yes.
What do we need from you when we're
we
in
need
a
3-point shot?
Offense? We need to just sit in the corner and be a threat.
Yeah.
And be able to knock down that shot. And that's the last piece. And that's the last piece for all these guys. Because look, who do we lose? Al Horford. Who could knock down that three is Al Horford.
Indeed.
You need a guy who can stretch the floor and be big. And that is such a key to the modern NBA is having a guy who can be like, oh, yeah, I'm big and I can stretch you out and hit the three. And we just don't have that guy this year.
I do agree with you there.
If one of these guys could start, just even get on a little hot streak and start hitting that three, I think that would just unlock so much stuff for so many guys. And you just unclog the paint, then Jaylen Brown is going to have more space in the paint, and Derek White's going to have more space in the paint, and they can feel confident to kick it out to you in the three, and you know you're going to hit it. And that's going to be such a big part to any of these guys who are trying to get minutes. It's like if you can hit a corner three, you're going to you're going to be so much more valuable. And on the other side, I do agree. We have Josh Minot, who played tonight a little bit, but he was a guy that was in Jordan Walsh's role. He was starting. He had a couple really good games to start the year, then struggled a little bit, and has kind of been buried since.
He's very young.
Yeah, he's also young. I mean, maybe a little older than Walsh is, but
I mean, I'd like to quickly say, right, you look at the potential of someone like Walsh, okay, and whether it be Joe Mazzulla or Brad Stevens, who is making the assessment on the ceiling of potential for these players. And we look at someone like J.D. Anderson, okay?
Davidson,
sorry, my bad. Who but regardless of the name.
Still don't know.
He put up impeccable numbers in the G League.
Yeah, on this pod, we still question what's going on with him. He was the G League MVP. Allegedly.
Okay.
Cut him. I don't know what's going. I don't know. I'm making a point. What is going on with that?
Point being, the coaching staff is making a judgment call here to let someone like that go, to keep someone like Jordan Walsh, same bracket, same, maybe the perceived same potential. You can't take that with a grain of salt. That has to impact at least my opinion on the potential of a player.
Sure,
yeah. I think we've seen good decisions being made, haven't we? We've seen a team. We've seen a team that's been rebuilt.
Yeah.
We want to see more improvement, but we've seen some good stuff from the staff here.
Yeah,
and they've been making good decisions.
I'm looking at the minutes right here.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Who do you think plays the most minutes per game for the Celtics right now?
I mean, say Jaylen Brown or Peyton Pritchard maybe.
It's Derek White.
Derek White. That honestly, I'm glad because I do have so much.
He's kind of struggled this year to start. I gotta say he was good
today.
And he's been good. But Derek White's first, Peyton Pritchard second, as you said, Jaylen Brown third, Anthony Simons fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
Nah, neither would I.
Would have thought Keita maybe.
Keita's next. He just can't stand the floor. Foul trouble.
Yeah.
Always fouling.
Well, he's still learning. He's his experience with basketball, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty new to the game of basketball for a professional player.
Hauser next.
Interesting. Would not have guessed that.
Minot next.
Minot. Okay.
Walsh after that.
Okay.
Then Garza, Gonzalez, Boucher. Boucher, unfortunately, I think is a lost cause.
You think so?
Mom and I both had him. We projected him in the starting lineup to start the season.
I see.
Yeah, he's done. It's done for him. Unfortunately, Chris Boucher, it's not going to be that season. It's not going to be a breakout season for him because get this. Chris Boucher is 32 years old.
Is he?
He's a decade older than Jordan Walsh.
Wow.
10 years. If you're not getting minutes on this team, 10 years older than Jordan Wall, it's over for you.
He's about the same age as Joey Scott. Shout out to Joey Scott.
Joey Scott, he's a little younger than Joe Scott.
Yeah,
still,
a little bit younger, but hasn't accomplished even close to as much. Shout out to Alicia Building as well.
Of course.
Always.
One of our sponsors.
One of the sponsors, Alicia.
Yeah. As well as what is this?
It is Bullet.
Bullet Whiskey.
Bullet Whiskey.
The unofficial sponsor of Shamrock Talk. Bullet, if you'd like to become the official sponsor of Shamrock Talk, just let us know.
Please reach out.
We're getting. He's got the bottle.
It would truly be your pleasure. So.
It would. It'd be our pleasure as well. Especially.
But mostly yours.
Anything. One free bottle. Yeah. We'd rep you for the rest of the year. That's all you need, Bullet.
Yeah. The rest of our lives. Let's not be
exactly.
Let's not
exactly. This is how it goes.
The rest of our lives.
We're getting another pour here, as you can tell. Probably. There's been a little drinking on this show.
Nah, not much.
But that's what you want in the November games. What do you want us to talk about?
If you watched the game I just watched with the kind of
you want November basketball? Yeah. It's football season, but we're still here at Shamrock Talk. Mike's first time on the pod. Not the last though. We'll have
definitely not the last. No, it's been a long time. I've been a huge fan of the pod for the past couple of years, and I'm just very happy to be here. Very, very, very grateful, if you will.
So what else? Number one storyline for you through a month of the NBA season. Off the top of your head.
How am I feeling?
No, just number one. What's something you're like, dang, that guy's been really good. What's your number one 25-26 that you've seen through a month that you're like you're excited about for the rest of the season?
Well, I mean, I was really excited to see how Cooper Flagg entered the league because I'm a New England guy. I'm from Massachusetts.
Maine guy.
He's from Maine. This is the closest I've ever gotten to feeling like, New England is worthy of anything ever.
Like a white guy from from New England can make it to the league.
Like this kind of keeps my NBA dreams alive a little. I've been practicing the jab step at work a little bit, hoping maybe eventually I'll get my opportunity to shine via a Volo league. Maybe an NBA scout shows up to one of my Volo games eventually and sees my sweet three and drafts me into the league. But until then,
we have Cooper Flagg.
I will say, we have Cooper Flagg here, and learning about Ace Flagg today kind of broadened.
Talking about Ace Flagg today
broadened my horizons a little. But I will say, kind of excited to see where this season takes him as a rookie. Very young dude, unprecedented.
They just fired Nico Harrison.
Fired Nico, who's made a bunch of controversial decisions.
A bunch. Really just one.
A bunch. Yeah, well,
you trade Luka.
Well, no, but the word the word on the street about Nico is also on the verge of considering getting rid of Cooper Flagg.
I heard that as well.
Yes, that's groundbreaking. This guy is almost like someone else is paying him to sabotage the organization.
It's insane. These are
the two.
It's so inexplicable. You do wonder.
What's going on.
Yeah, all the betting scandals. You wonder how is this guy not busted? This
we've
is
got the Terry Rozier.
Yes,
we've got the Chauncey
Nico,
Billups.
Did Nico Harrison bet the Mavs under 2 years in a row?
He might as well have.
Big money.
He might as well have.
Well, I'll just trade all their players.
He might as well have.
And then he's like, they're like, great, we got the number one pick. This all worked out. And he's like, what if we traded Cooper Flagg? That's insane.
Correct.
I don't even know. And you get Anthony Davis.
Doesn't play. Yeah.
He doesn't play.
Yeah.
He's hurt again. Same with Kawhi. It's like these guys are all great in theory. We should all trade them to one team, the theory team. Great in theory team.
Indeed.
You'd have the greatest team of all time, Anthony Davis. You'd have Joel Embiid.
Well,
you'd have You'd have Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, Joel Embiid. What? 10% of the time.
Oh. He might be better than Kawhi. I mean, he won an MVP at least. He at least played most of that year. Kawhi can't play.
I got a hard
Anthony
time.
Davis the same way. All those guys. None of them play.
Fair enough.
It's the all-theory team. The all-theory team.
Joel Embiid makes me sick.
They all do.
Joel Embiid plays, electively. Even when healthy, Joel Embiid plays.
No, again, I think he's a guy that wants to be out there.
Do you?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't.
I do. Wow. Breaking news.
Breaking news is right.
Mike thinks Joel Embiid is ducking it.
I think he's ducking a
I don't
fade.
think so.
Yeah.
I actually disagree.
I don't.
Maybe he is. You might be right. I don't know.
Maybe. He's not a.
No,
he's a very skilled player, but he's not a competitor.
He was teammates with Ben Simmons, who is just so disgustingly the opposite of that. I really do think he wants to be out there.
Is Ben Simmons still in the league?
No. What is Ben Simmons up to?
Where is Ben Simmons? Is he?
Let's see. What is Ben Simmons
Is he
up
making
to?
a feature on the new Kardashian season?
He's at Paris Fashion Week right now.
Ben Simmons is brushing up on his Mandarin for when he works as a bench player for one of them.
No, but he can't. He's not on a team.
He's not?
No, he's not.
He's just out of the league.
He must be out
Listen,
of the league.
folks, I will say, this is a hot take. Maybe it's a hot take. I'm speaking out of
personal life.
The loop. I think Ben Simmons is one of the people who went pro who just must not have loved basketball.
No, I agree.
He didn't.
He's the
He had the he was so skilled. There was so much promise, but just never could get into the shape to make it happen. And he got hurt, but then he never came back. He couldn't hone in on any of the necessary skills to be a good NBA player.
I don't know what's going on with him
over the past 3-4 years.
I don't know what's going on with him now. He's apparently out of the league and nothing else to say.
Yeah. Interesting. It's too bad,
Dang.
It's too bad.
Well, any other what else do we got? Any closing thoughts before we get out of here on the NBA, on whatever you want to say? I'm sure we'll be back this season.
We'll be back.
But any closing thoughts?
I mean, I'm really hoping to see, some improvement by the Celtics. Obviously, the beginning of the season hasn't been incredible. Really looking forward to when we get back into some sort of synchronization once we get Tatum back out on the floor.
You
eventually.
think he's going to be back this season?
Maybe. He probably shouldn't be. I think. You'd
want him to be 1,000% before.
Yeah.
You don't want to rush him back. There's no reason this season because even if you have Tatum, do you really think we're a championship contender? The answer for me is probably no.
He's already dunking. We've seen the videos there, dunking
great,
flat-footed.
Okay.
Not like that, not like that really materializes into true success, but yeah, we'd like to see Tatum back out there.
But why? I mean,
eventually.
Okay.
With good health.
Yep.
With good health. You have to believe. Bleed green, Shamrock Talk.
Talk.
Believing
We're here
in
all
this
season.
Believing in this organization.
As always. And that's it. You can find us, as always, at Shamrock Talk Pod on Twitter, at Shamrock Talk on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the places. We're always there. You know where to find us. And we'll be here every week until then. Mike will be back. Mom will be back next week. We'll get Joe on. You talk some shit about Joe.
Yeah.
So he'll be back to defend himself.
No.
Maybe we'll get both you on. Maybe we'll get both you on at the same time. That'll be good.
It might be phenomenal, actually.
But until then, have a good night. Have a good week. This will be up Monday. And
it's been an absolute pleasure.
And it's been a pleasure.
Thank
as
you for
always.
having me.
And go Celtics.
Go Celtics. We bleed green here. All right.
We bleed green.
Thank you.
We're out.
Thank you.